So let's get this started. I've already gone ahead and applied my foundation before, just because the only shade that I have in the NYX foundations are really light, and right now I have a bit of self-tan, believe it or not, on, so it's a tiny bit too light, so I actually had to go in with the Born This Way that I always use from Toofaced. But now I'm gonna start with the kind of shaping and highlighting of the face, and I'm gonna use this lovely palette from NYX, and it's called Love Contours All. And looking at the shades, like the diversity is actually really nice. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter bronzer shade and start contouring. So I'm gonna go in with the old and trusty Shade and Light brush from Kat Von D for this. And I have never tried this palette before, so let's pray for a miracle that it's not gonna be like really dark. So I'm just gonna be really careful with this. Just a little bit underneath here. So I feel that it's a little bit dark for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of the translucent powder just to kind of blend it all out a little bit more with the big O2 brush from NYX. This is like my favorite brush from NYX. It's so soft. And, Well, I think that the contouring part of the face is done. I normally don't sculpt out any other features than the chin area, and also a bit on the forehead now, of course, since I'm a bit tanned. I do not do the nose contouring just because I kind of like it the way it is, and also I think that I look really weird when I kind of slim it down. Next, I am gonna go in with some blush. And for that, I'm gonna use the Bright Idea Luminous Stick from NYX, obviously. And it's kind of this little kind of peachy, iridescent kind of color. And it's kind of like, it's a cream, but it's still kind of matte looking. And for this, I'm not gonna go in straight on the face. You know, that can cause some serious chaos. I'm gonna go in with the Bedellium Tools in the 957, and it's kind of a flat stippling brush, but I really like this for applying cream products. I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe the brush on the actual product and then slightly just buff it onto the cheek. And I always kind of like to take the rest of the product and just kind of go in and kind of make it a little bit natural. When I've applied the blush, I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade in the palette, this one, for highlighting. And it has this kind of, it has kind of a pink tone. I don't know if you can see this, but it has kind of a pink iridescent to it. It's really nice. So I'm gonna try this one. And for that, I'm gonna go in with my all-time favorite highlighter brush in the 823 from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Ooh, this is nice. I believe that the base is done, so I've used in total the bronzer and the highlighter, these two, and also the Bright Idea stick in the number 2, Corally Magnificent, sorry. Now I'm gonna go in and start with the brows, and of course I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ash Brown that I always use. So I actually went ahead and colored my eyebrows 2 days ago, just because I have those tiny hairs that are super pale, and I really want them to kind of contribute to the full eyebrow look that I'm trying to have. Some of you guys know that a couple of years ago, like in the 2004, 5, maybe not 4 or 5. I was really young then, maybe like 2008. It was really popular to have like super tiny eyebrows. They were supposed to be like super slim and barely existing, and I, of course, as a trend junkie, followed the trend and destroyed my eyebrows. I remember when my mom came home from work that day and I came out of the bathroom and I had full, like seriously full eyebrows when I was little, and I came out and she like literally dropped her bag in the hall like, Emelie, what have you done? And I'm like, I'm being trendy. So that was a huge mistake. So if any of you suffer from the same thin eyebrow thing that I'm going through, and you have in some magnificent way made them grow back, please let me know if you have any kind of secret recipes for brows. The brows are all done. What do you think? So I'm gonna continue with the eyes, and it's gonna be the Perfect Filter new eyeshadow palette from NYX as well.
I don't know why I keep continuing to say that it's from NYX, because y'all know it's gonna be from NYX.
So it's the Rustic Antique palette, and it has these lovely kind of red, orangey colors that I prefer, like above all colors. They're just so nice. So I'm gonna just dive right in to create the eyes. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do kind of a halo, smoky type of eye. And for that, I'm gonna use some fluffy brushes and what do I need? First, I'm gonna create the crease, and I'm gonna use this color right here, right away. The little kind of tiny mauvey brown color with a 217 brush from MAC. And as I said in my previous video, I am aiming towards replacing all of my brushes to synthetic hair, but it's gonna take a while just because you all know it takes time and brushes are expensive. So I'm just gonna define the crease with this color and kind of pull it out a little bit at the end. Also gonna pop some underneath the eye. Next, I'm gonna go in with a flat brush and apply a darker shade, outer and inner, in the inner corner. And I'm gonna take this shade right here, the darkest kind of burgundy red color, and I'm gonna press that on to the inner and outer corner. And for this part, you don't have to be like super careful. We're gonna blend everything in the end anyway. And just leave the middle part, because that's when we're gonna apply the glow afterwards. And I'm gonna go back in with the fluffy brush and start to blend the colors together slightly. I'm also gonna add some extra just on the tip of the brush to go into the crease, just to kind of define it a bit more. Now it is also time to kind of work up a little bit of the kind of orangey tone. So I'm gonna go in with the 224 from MAC with this color right here, which is more of an orangey color. And I'm just gonna continue working the crease for a while to build up that kind of nice color that I'm after. With this was a nice choice. And all of these eyeshadows, I must say, are super blendable. They are super pigmented, they blend really well, there is not a lot of fallout. Like, it's not, you know how eyeshadows sometimes can be super crumbly? These are not. These are velvety smooth. And if you sometimes hear something in the background, it's my neighbors. I pop that dark shade underneath the eyes. So after applying the lower half of the eyes, I'm gonna go in with the middle part. And for this, I'm gonna use the two kind of gold shades over here, and they are quite like different in depth, because this one is much darker than I would want it to be, and this one is a bit too light. So I'm gonna mix them together and kind of pat them in the middle. And for that, I'm gonna use this little guy here, and it's the it's not the 2, it's the 772 brush from Bedelium. I'm mixing them and see what kind of shade oh, this is exactly what I want. This is nice. So it kind of gives that little extra glow, and just apply it in the middle. And you don't have to be super like blendy at the beginning. We're gonna blend away soon. Taking the 217 again, just blending it out a little bit. You can also go in with your fingers just to dabbity dab. I'm also gonna go in the inner corner with some of the light, and I'm gonna focus more on the lightest one this time, just to give that little bright pop. Also, don't forget the lower part of the eye, because we want to have this full kind of halo effect all over. To finish off the eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Epic ink liner and just do a kind of a thin eyeliner with a tiny bit of wing. I don't want it to be too much because it's gonna take the focus away from the halo eye. And eyeliner is always like super hard. I don't know if you feel the same, but it can sometimes ruin like a whole makeup. And I always start in the inner corner, trying to decide how thick I want the eyeliner to be, and then I kind of just continue. So I've done one of the eyes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. The eyeliner is done, so now I'm gonna go in and apply some mascara, and I unfortunately don't have any NYX mascara at the moment, so I'm gonna go in with the Better Than Sex from Toofaced. Next, I'm gonna apply some lashes, and these are the DUFF Foaming Lashes in the style Monroe. And I like them because they are like really fluffy, and the band is flexible but still like thick. So they are a little bit fluffier. To finish off this look, I'm gonna go in with the Soft Lip Cream in London to get that kind of nudie feel to the lips. And this is and they smell like cupcakes. It's really, really, really awesome. Something like this. So the face is done except for one thing, and as you know, I love to fill in my birthmarks. So I'm gonna go in with the same bronzer shade that I used before on a tiny little brush. It's gonna be the same, it's gonna be the 103 from a makeup store. And I'm just gonna go in and fill them in slightly. This is a little bit too warm, I would say, so I'm gonna go in with this color right here, just to make it not so warm in color. I'm gonna mix them a little bit, I think. And don't forget this side over here. And the little random ones like on the neck area. Maybe some on the décolletage as well. So that concludes today's look, you guys. And as always, if you want to see more of my videos, please give this a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see the videos in the future. And for all of you who want to know what products I used and all the names, they're also going to be listed down below. And until next time, I'll see you. Just have a lovely time and yeah, take care now. Bye bye.